and welcome to Horror Rewind. This is Kelly Florence,
And I'm Meg Hofdahl.
and today we're talking about The Hunt. Meg, do you remember the controversy when this movie was released or supposed to be released?
Yeah, so I think it came out in 2020, right? Kind of during the pandemic or right before the pandemic? No, that must have been during it.
Yeah, I think it was. And it was around the time when people were starting to go back into theaters, with masks and everything. But then did it end up not getting released or what happened? I don't even know.
I don't know. We should have done some research.
I'll look it up right
But
now.
okay, well, one thing I didn't know about it, I might have known and then I forgot, was that it was written by Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse from Lost.
Yes.
I didn't realize that until I was finished watching it and it said at the end. And I thought that was interesting because I'm a big Lost fan, and I'm not surprised, I guess, that they wrote it after watching it because I thought it was very well written. And I know a lot of people, dump on Lost because they don't like the end or whatever, but I still think Lost is a great television show.
Yes, I agree. And not every I don't know if I minded the ending of Lost. I think I was lost, so to speak, in a little bit in the middle, but then I think they came up with a very clear idea and stuck to it. So I'm not mad about it.
No, I'm not either. I know a lot of people were really upset, but I was a fan of the show. And so I thought it was pretty cool that they made this movie. So are you finding anything about this?
Yeah, so we were way off. Okay, it was originally scheduled to be released in September of 2019, but that was
Okay.
right after the El Paso shootings. And so it got
Oh,
postponed, and then it did come out right before lockdown, March 13th, 2020. So this
oh
is
my
why we didn't see
God.
it in the theater. It was postponed that many months, and then of course we weren't going to the theater anymore.
I feel like March 13th was lockdown. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think in Minnesota it was like technically the 16th because they stopped it
okay.
before St. Patty's Day.
Oh, okay.
But
uh,
wasn't it interesting?
well, and it's interesting too because there's so many violent movies. There's so many movies with guns. So it is fascinating that this particular one caught the ire of so many people, or people even without seeing it had already kind of made up in their minds like what it was about. I know before I watched it, I kind of forgot again. I heard some hubbub and then I kind of just left it behind. Um, I thought it was the other way around. Like I thought when I started watching it, I was like, oh, okay, so it's the other way around. It's the liberal elites killing the, let's just say Trumpers. I mean, they're Trumpers. Um, and I just assumed it was going to be the other way. So that was actually kind of fun for me because I was like, oh, it's this way. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. They're saying they're calling it a satire, and it obviously is. And they take these ideas and they're so ridiculous, but then it works, and they're actually commenting on the political state, and it was brilliant. I was completely surprised and blown away by how much I enjoyed it. Also, like they killed people like right away, like big names. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I loved how they centered it on oh, what's her name? Emma Roberts. And you're following Emma Roberts, and then she dies, and you're like, oh my God, that was so quick. And then you're following the guy from This Is Us, and then he dies. And Ike Barinholtz too, like that whole sequence. And then he and the people he's with die in that gas station, which is actually like built by these people, which I thought was really cool. So then you're like, oh my God, who am I following now? And so I thought that was really unexpected, and it was kind of like that Drew Barrymore, Janet Leigh sort of casting, which is fun.
Yes, I agree. And I just think it's so clever because also you're like, wait, who am I rooting for? And who are the good people? Who are the bad people? Who are the people who are planted? Like there's even people who you think
Yeah.
are victims, but they're not. And oh, it was so well done.
Like that guy, he keeps insisting that that immigrant guy on the train is a plant, and you're just like, okay, and then he really is.
Yeah.
And so it plays with your sort of preconceived notions, and it's fun too because I think that, and I'm not going to get super political here because that's not fun. But I appreciated that they were making fun of everyone,
Yeah.
that they are making fun of, because liberal elites are really annoying too. So it
Yeah.
was, and it's like, I think in our society it's a lot easier to make fun of Trumpers, but everyone's annoying,
Yeah.
and everyone thinks they're right, and then, but I think the whole point of the whole thing is that we're all human beings,
Right.
and like we're all just people. And so I like that too. And I didn't realize Hillary Swank was the lady either.
No,
I guess I
saw,
should have like realized that.
saw that her name was on there like before we started watching, and then I forgot about it. And then when she showed up, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Holy crap, that's so awesome."
Yeah, me too. I forgot about it too. Because again, there were quite a lot of familiar faces. So you just kind of like forgot. So that was fun. And this whole concept that they were being accused of doing something that they didn't do, and then they ended up doing it. It's just like this, it's like this meta level of irony that's quite funny, and it sort of makes sense in the political landscape of us right now.
Now I really liked the whole twist for Betty Gilpin's character about how they got the wrong crystal.
Yeah.
She was actually like super trained, and like she just
Yep.
knew like what to look out for, and
She
that
had
was
been in the
fun.
military,
Yeah,
and so
she was
she
a
was just
badass
like,
character.
oh my god, she's so badass. I want to watch it again. I love the gore. It's very gory.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and so that was a treat. It kind of had that like Hunger Games feeling at the part, sort of the beginning, when there's that like thing in the middle with the piggy inside,
Right.
and the guns and everything. So I really thought that was fun, and just the whole concept of like this fake gas station, and these fake
And
people
everything's
all around.
poison. Remember, and the guy like tries to take a sip of the pop. She's like, "It's
Oh
poison,"
yeah,
and when he spits it out, she's like, "I just mean it's bad for you," or whatever. It was really
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I love that. Um, yes, it was very funny and absurd, which I like when it's done well in horror, and the sort of funny and absurd side of it paired with the gore and the like actual, like, I was scared for people, especially, I mean, right away you start to love Betty Gilpin, because I mean, my god, she's so cool.
One of my favorite, I've never seen this in a movie. It's probably been done in like a James Bond, but when she realizes this dude who's driving them is not a good guy,
Mhm.
she grabs that handle and just
Mm.
kicks him. Like that was
He
so
like
awesome.
turns around like
Yeah.
boop, 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 and then just, yeah, that was awesome. There's just some
Oh.
cool moves like that.
And the whole sequence in the underground barracks thing, and like their military consultant guy, and like he was only in the National Guard, not to say only,
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah.
she did, you know,
She like fought in war. She's
yeah.
like, okay.
So it was so like so much good action too.
Yeah, good action, good horror. It's sort of like so many different genres of movie. I went into it kind of like not really knowing what it was going to be like, and it was just like really delightful. And I really appreciated, obviously it was female driven, and I love that, and she's just like badass. I love the fight between her and Hilary Swank at the
Oh my
end. Oh my
God, I
god.
know that too was amazing.
Yeah.
And I love the
And she's
moment where they are like, okay, let's just pause here and take a breath for a second, because I feel like
yeah.
that would really happen, but they don't
Yeah.
usually show that in movies.
No, I love that too. And she's got so many good like one-liners. Like she's like, Betty Gilpin's like, oh, are you gonna keep going with your grilled cheese speech or something? Or are we gonna
Yes.
go or whatever? Like she's just so epic.
And then
I
she
love
got to
her.
eat the grilled cheese at the end. That was great.
Yeah, that was great. And the ending, she gets the dog, she gets on the PJ, the private jet, and she's like, let's go.
So
That's
freaking
just
cool.
excellent.
So there's,
So
the other movies that
no, go
exist like
ahead.
this, like Surviving the Game and Hard Target. I thought it was going to be
Oh,
sort of that, and that's fine. Those are fun movies, but this, I feel like it flipped the script, and it was so unexpected.
it was. What a insane idea, but it works. And I think that it does a good job of maintaining all its different parts, which it had so many different aspects to it, and it just does it so well. And then there's like moments where you're just like, well, like when she, and we still don't know, like if that guy from Werewolves Within, if he was like a double agent or was he one of them?
Right.
Because then Hillary Swank's like, well, I made you think that, but whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows?
And what a spectacular backfire on that group of people who thought they could go and do this thing and get away with it. What a bunch of morons.
I know. It's such good casting, like Glenn Howerton, and
Yeah.
he had the scene on the plane in the beginning, and then like you're just waiting for him to
Yeah.
die. Oh yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really an unexpected, really good movie, and I think people should give it a try.
You know, Campbell said this several years ago now, but when the Blumhouse logo pops up, he's like, you know, it's going to be a good movie. And you know, Blumhouse rarely disappoints.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they're very consistent. I mean, every once in a while, there's one that maybe I don't like as much as the others, but it's definitely like a comfort to know that Blumhouse is involved, because I feel like recently I was watching something and I was like, I feel like this is made by people who are making horror but don't love horror. But that's not Blumhouse. Blumhouse is
Right.
made by people who love horror, and they're only going to, you know, produce and shine on projects that are made by people who love horror. So I agree.
I think coming from a creative and a creator standpoint, you and I both feel this way. Like we only want to work with people who love the things that we love and believe in us, and
Right.
not just like, well, I guess I'll work with a horror author or whatever. It's like, no, if you
Right.
love horror, then it's going to show in the work.
Exactly. I really believe it does. So yeah, that's the thing, is Blumhouse just authentically loves horror. So this is definitely a different type of horror movie. But I love it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, no, I did too. Well, let's rank this movie on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being you hated it, 10 being it's a perfect movie. What's the scale? Is it the little piggy?
Yeah. Oh, he's so cute.
Aw.
Somebody killed him, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I was like trying
Rude.
not to like remember what happened to it because I'm like, oh
Yeah,
no,
I
that thing's gonna
know.
die, isn't it?
I
Okay.
know.
How many do
Okay,
you give The Hunt?
I'm gonna give it 9 piggies. I thought it was fun, funny, gory. There was this great performance by Betty Gilpin. Loved it.
That is exactly the same. I'm gonna give it 9 piggies. Unexpected. I thought I knew what I was going into, and I mean, I didn't know tone wise how funny it was going to be. I
Yeah,
thought it's going to be this horrific thing, and I don't want to really deal with that. But instead, it
yeah.
was how hard is it to get the tone for
I
this
know.
plot right? And they did.
They did. You're right. It could go sour so quickly. I mean, and people were already, before they even saw it, they were convinced it was bad
Yeah.
news, you
Yeah.
know.
And
So,
it could have been, but it wasn't.
oh
It's
yeah,
so unexpected.
it is. It is. And I think again, the whole point of it is that we're all human beings, and like maybe we should relax about some of these political ideologies that hurt people. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that it's just like we're all human beings.
Well, it's August now, and we have a couple of exciting things coming out in the theater soon. The Night House, which I'm really pumped for, and of course, Candyman.
Yes. Okay, The Night House. I haven't watched anything about that. What
Watch
is
the trailer. It's Rebecca
okay.
Hall.
Oh, love her.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta watch the
I
trailer.
I saw the preview multiple times because I was in the theater 3 times
Oh,
last week. So I saw I saw the
okay.
trailer 3 times.
So you're just like,
So
maybe
I'm
it was like
ready.
you're hypnotized and you're
Yeah.
just like, the Night House, I must see it. But no, that's great. I'll have to check it out. That's cool.
And
Did you
then
see, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then Candyman, of course, which we're gonna see and talk about on the
Well,
podcast.
obviously. I talk about it every week, even though
It's been a year in the
I
making.
know. Did you see the Lamb trailer?
Yes, doesn't that look effed up? Like
It
what?
looks so effed up. Although she like yells at some sheep and it made me laugh.
No, I
Did you see that reaction
that
shot?
made me so happy. It's just like I'm like,
He was
okay,
like,
this
go
TV is
away. And the
great.
sheep's like, I don't know.
So
That reaction shot was classic.
no, I freaking love it. I'm gonna watch it, obviously. And I already saw the discourse though. As soon as it dropped, people are like, if any
Oh,
lambs die in this movie, which you know what? I'm
uh,
there's gonna be. I'm
there's gonna be
sorry.
some dead. I know. I was thinking the same thing. I don't like dead animals in movies. It must stop. But at the same time, this looks so compelling, and it is A24, and it's gonna be okay. And it's all fake,
Again,
you guys. It's all fake.
yeah. Speaking of production companies that get it, A24, they rarely disappoint too.
Yeah, I know, right? See, you see that, and that's a little comfort blanket too. So
Yeah.
so quickly. I feel like they've done it with so few movies. Like
Yeah.
Blumhouse has had a lot more to sort of compare to. But also, did you see the Ghostbusters? What's it
I did
called?
I did not watch the trailer. Did you watch it?
Yes.
How does it
I
look?
think I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. I think it's about a teenage girl who like doesn't fit in, so love it. And I think it looked like it was going to do a really good job of being its own thing, but having a little bit of nostalgia for the old Ghostbusters. I know that there's speaking of discourse, there's a lot of discourse about Ghostbusters, but I think that Ghostbusters has room to be whatever filmmakers want it to be, just like how we enjoyed the female Ghostbusters. I think this one looks good too. And I'm not like somebody who's like, Ghostbusters is sacred and you may not touch it.
Yeah. So speaking of female Ghostbusters, I can't think of her name. What's her last name? Leslie
Jones.
Jones. Have you been have you seen any of her Olympics content? No,
Mm-mm.
she did this last Olympics too. She films the TV and then she like does her commentary along with it. I'm living for it because like she's in love with this swimmer now and
Ooh.
she's like take off that hat and she saw what his hair looks like and she's in love. It's just really cute. So if you're
Oh my
watching the
gosh,
Olympics,
cute.
tune into her socials because it's worth it. It's really
Oh
fun.
my gosh. Is she on TikTok or
Yeah.
what is she on?
And I think
Yeah.
she's on Insta and stuff too. So
Okay, fun. That sounds fun. I haven't watched a lick of Olympics. Have you?
we've had it on just a couple of moments as we're putting
Yeah.
something else on. It's like we're switching channels.
Yeah. Gymnastics is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to tune into the swimming though. Sounds like there's
Oh.
some interesting content there.
And somebody else on TikTok is posting the heights of every volleyball player on the US team, and they're
Oh,
pretty tall. So
you like that kind of
this is the
info.
content I'm here for.
Yeah.
This guy is 6'9". Okay.
Whoa.
No, I couldn't compete in any Olympic sport to save my life. Is there anything you could do, Meg, to save your life?
An Olympic sport?
Yeah.
No.
Like
Horror
just
movie
complete it.
watching?
Like not be the best at it, but just like complete
Oh,
it.
I feel like I'm a decent swimmer, so I could maybe like do one of the shorter like swim things. But I mean, I wouldn't like place or anything. I wouldn't, my butterfly stroke would not get me into the Olympics. um, that's about it though. I don't like running. I don't know what would happen if I got on a balance beam. Actually, I
You know
know
what would
what
happen? It would be the Final Destination. But
Yeah, it would. It definitely would. Except I wouldn't get enough air to like actually kill myself, I would just maim and paralyze
Oh
myself.
God.
So let's not go in the Olympics.
No, it's okay. I'm not meant for that, and I'm okay with that.
No. Yeah, me too. There's something for everyone. So I just got a text while we were talking. Luke fell the other day, and it was hilarious. Of course, I love a good fall, but now he thinks he has a hand infection.
Oh my God.
So
Wait, because he like skinned it or something?
I don't know. He said it was kind of swollen, but so I'm sorry, everyone. You have to know this knowledge now, but
These are the things though that happen as you get older. Like I was
Yep.
excited because I got a new washer and dryer last night.
Yeah,
But
this
these
is
are
what
the things that we
happens.
live for.
I
At
know.
this moment in time, we have to hear about hand injuries and infections and washers and
I
dryers.
know. And now see, it was hilarious because he literally, what happened was he had a wheelbarrow and he thought it was going to keep going, but then it stopped and then he like flew over the wheelbarrow. It was pretty funny. But now maybe it's not as funny because he hurt
Oh,
himself. Now I'm just going to have to laugh about it silently.
oh. Well,
Yeah.
wish him
That's
luck.
my tragedy.
Yeah. It sounds like the beginning of a horror movie though. It's like it starts with this. You just think, oh, I scraped my hand, but then this infection
Yeah.
grows and it's actually going to take over his brain or something.
Body horror.
So I think we could probably write about this in one of our The Science of book
Ooh.
series because I'm sure there are diseases or parasites or things that can actually take over people and possess them in a sense. Actually, I think we did write about it in
I was going to
Science
say, I
Content.
think you've written about that. I think we have.
So see,
Um,
all of these tragedies are just perfect for horror and science.
just tragic world is rife for us writing books.
I'm sure there's something I could come up with about a washer and dryer too.
Yeah.
The science of
Those
where
are
the socks
scary.
disappear.
Yeah. No kidding. Oh boy.
Talk about
Tell me
travesty.
about it. And Tupperware lids. Give me a break.
Now, if this doesn't compel you to go out and pre-order The Science of Serial Killers coming October 19th, I don't know what
Oh.
does.
Oh, good job.
I'm always about the segue.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
So, friends, tell us what you're watching. Tell us what you're
Yeah.
reading. We want to know. We need recommendations always. Anything else you wanted
Yeah.
to say, Meg? Sorry. Didn't mean to cut
No, not really. I just keep getting more texts about his hand. So,
away. Okay, stay tuned for the
yeah.
update.
I'll be like,
By the time
fill
this
y'all
airs,
in.
his hand will be amputated.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I mean, hopefully not. I'm just saying,
Hopefully, it's
like,
not flesh eating disease.
God.
That would really ruin my day.
But if he was like moving a wheelbarrow of like earth, like deep
Yeah.
down, there could be something lurking in there.
It's a
That's all I'm
freaking
saying.
comet. A comet hit, and now the alien parasite got into his hand.
Isn't that like how Men in Black started?
Yeah, or I was gonna say the Stephen King
Yeah.
creep show.
Yeah, exactly.
It started a lot of things. And Maximum Overdrive the other day was a comet
See?
too. So it happens, people.
Keep an eye on him, sleep with one eye open, and
I will.
keep us updated.
All right. Well, it should, if he does like have an alien parasite, think of the TikTok content.
Oh, this will be great. It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
All right.
Until next time, we'll see you in the horror section.
Bye.